Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's make sure that this is working. Right. That one there. That one there. Ah, there we go. That one there. Ah, there we go. That one there. Ah, there we go. Now we got a loop. That one there. Ah, there we go. Now we got a loop. That one there. Ah, there we go. Now we got a loop. That one there. Ah, there we go. Now we got a loop. That one there. Ah, there we go. Now we got a loop. There we go. I'll stop the loop now. Jeez, there we go. Stop the loop now. No, no, it's happening again. There we go. Stop the loop now. No, no, it's happening again. There we go. Stop the loop now. No, no, it's happening again. There we go. Stop the loop now. No, no, it's happening again. There we go. Stop the loop now. No, no, it's happening again. There we go. There we go. There we go. We've stopped it. We've stopped it. What a great way to start. I apologize for being 2 minutes late because I needed tea. Sorry, me slurping tea. So we might as well start this. Jeez, people actually in the chat room and everything. Who'd have thought it? Welcome to Shonky Lab. I have no guests today, so this may be a bit peculiar. Yeah, it's a new start on YouTube. It's a bit weird here at the moment. There's no one in my house bar me. And I need to roll that out the way because that is very, very distracting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the chat on here. Look, all on the fly and everything. Hang on, let me see if I can get some chat up. Da, 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 da. No, I don't want to buy YouTube. Jeez. Shonky Lab, there we go. And the live. So then I can just... No, now I've got it coming out of here. Jeez. Okay, right, let's turn that down. There we go. Right, if I can have the chat there, I can get rid of that. And we're all good to go. Okay, apologies. So, yes. Oh, hang on. Oh, geez. Oh, I'll start in a minute. Let me just turn this on. Otherwise, there's going to be no audio recording whatsoever. So, where are we? The 7th, 24th. See, this is what we have to do every single time. It's very hard doing all this sort of stuff. There we go. As Andy would say, let's turn some keys. The keys are turned. We are live. There we go. Right. Welcome, everyone, to Shonky Lab. The rebirth on YouTube, I'm guessing. Yeah, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's taken some time. I'm still not got OBS working just as I want it, so I've left that for tonight. I thought that would be the best thing to do, rather than have technical issues, etc. Not like me to have technical issues, but yeah, we're live. We have a new Skype and everything already set up. It is Shonky Lab. If you want to Skype in, geez, I forgot what I was talking about then. If you want to Skype in, we have Skype, and that is Shonky Lab. You have to friend it, I think, and then phone in, and that's what happens. Then you end up on here. So yeah, it's weird. I'm forcing myself to do this. I've been wanting to force myself to do this for quite some time now. It's something I've wanted to do for ages. And sometimes you have to push yourself to do this. Now, I'd like to continue doing this, but I've noticed throughout all of this podcasting malarkey that I'm very happy to do these shows, but sometimes I need a bit of a kick up the bottom. And this is me trying to give me a kick up the bottom. Excuse me while I check the chat. No, nothing else on there. Thank you, Jack Woodgate and Andy, for joining us, though. That's wonderful for you to do that. Yeah, so this is me kicking myself up the bottom, creating something. I don't know where it's going to go just yet, but we do have, well, I have little things to talk about. I have notes and everything. So it might be a half-hour episode. Oh, and Amber's there as well. Hello, Amber. You're the important one. We all know that. Yeah, I've got little things to talk about. So it might be it might be a short one. It should be a short one. There's only a couple of people that know what I'm talking about when I say that. Yeah, it's this is different. This is weird. I'm totally out of my comfort zone. Just randomly talking to myself feels very weird. Normally when I'm on my own, I'm a very quiet person unless I'm driving, where I'm quite angry all the time. I can't help it. It's my job. It's not my job to be angry, but the job creates that sort of thing as well. So Matthew is here as well. Howdy doody. This is good. Wow, I wasn't expecting any of this. So what are we going to be doing? So, I don't know. I have hastily prepared something. Shall I show it now? I'm not. You've probably seen the thumbnail anyway. So, what we have here. Look, productions. Oh, hang on. There we go. If I hide behind it, there's a world map. There is a world map. We have pins. It's very exciting. We can either give away countries, or we probably won't, or we can just put a pin in where you are and then get some red string and tie it all together like one of them weird, psychotic part of the wire type things. And yeah, stick you on there if you want to use the Skype and get in contact. hey, we shall see. There's lots. I'm getting lots of messages, lots and lots of stuff. It's disconcerting. I really, I shouldn't be doing this. I can't drive these things on my own. But we shall go on. So, what do we have? Well, today was the first day not the first day, but the official first day where you have to wear face masks in shops and places. And it was, that's now a thing. That's now a thing that we all have to do. And it's still I'm still finding it very alien. I was working in a hospital this week, actually, and it was full masks. I use my snood. I have a snood, and we're told just to use a face covering. And I have my snood, which I love, absolutely adore. And so I've been using that, and I walked into the hospital, and they went, no, proper face mask, please. Okay, and they handed it, and it felt so alien. I felt very uncomfortable wearing that. Not because, you get hot. Yes, you can still breathe. But there's something still not quite sat with me that we all have to do this. This still feels a little like a movie. And I'm still finding that a bit peculiar. It's one of them things where I thought I'd be used to it by now. And I'm not. But I think it's okay not to be used to it. I think it's okay not to be used to it. It's necessary. We need to do this. God knows why we needed to do it just today. Shouldn't we have been all doing it months ago? I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into that. But it's just one of them things that's happened this week that, we have to wear that. So in celebration of us all wearing masks, I am going to be asking which superhero has the best mask. Now, I'm not au fait with all the superhero movies. You know that I don't know all of these things. I know that Batman has one. I know the Flash has one. Who would be my favorite one? I like the comedian out of Watchmen, but he's kind of not a superhero. He's super. The best one, I suppose, isn't it V for Vendetta, the Guy Fawkes one? That is a creepy one. But he also smiles. It's over accentuated. Yeah, that's a thing. That definitely is a thing. You could do the obvious one, which is, Darth Vader. He has like the mask, but he also has the breathing as well, doesn't he? Hang on a second. We have calls.
Hello there, London. Hello, London. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Did you hear me treading water?
I'm not saying I came to rescue you, but you see a man drowning, you throw him a diggy.
Yeah, I kind of needed one. Yes.
Oh, so that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. As you may know, if you listen to the broadcast, I am the emergency podcast hologram.
Oh yes, I have heard that. Yes, I've heard you pop in every now and again.
So that's what I'm here to do. You have activated the emergency podcast hologram. How may I be of service? How can I help you work your way through this? Someone to bounce off of, you see, a little bit back and forth, a little bit. You know what's really weird?
You're Clippy, aren't you?
But you're me.
you're Clippy out of the Windows thing, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like a little clip. I'm a little paper clip, which you've been trying to bend out of shape for years.
Yep.
And have continued to fail to do so.
Yeah, this very true.
And also to answer your question over who has the best superhero mask.
Yes.
So it's a little bit of crossover here. You see, the latest issue of The Great Derelict deals with Martial Law, who is a futuristic lawman who wears a GIMP mask.
Yes.
Clearly the best mask to wear.
I think I'm about half hour into that episode. So yeah.
Well done.
I only stopped because I got hot shit. Jeez.
Yeah.
What other ones?
This is weird because we're not. I was going to say we're not talking about Formula One for a change, so we're going to have to talk about other stuff, I suppose, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yeah. Well, it's not like I wasn't speaking to you last night about anything.
People are going to start talking, mate.
I know. I think your wife is a bit worried as well.
Oh no, she knew what this was. It's fine.
Cool. So, have you seen Greyhound yet?
No, I've not had a chance because we spoke about this last night. Greyhound is this film with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Kind of in the vein of Band of Brothers and the Pacific. It's a war film basically, and I need to watch it because it's literally a film so far up my alley. Something rather rude and innuendo-y.
Yeah.
And I just haven't had a chance yet. So I really need to watch it.
Okay. Jack Woodgate has said Captain Britain, the mask. All right, I'm Googling Captain Britain now.
His old mask. I mean, I know his current mask is kind of like the mouth and nose is largely exposed. So I don't think that would be very good.
There's more? Oh. Is it just a Union Jack? Not a Union flag, sorry. Shouldn't be. Union Jack is just when it's on a ship or a boat, isn't it?
Well, it's one of those ones where, technically speaking, yes, but it's so common, and it's a common usage now that it's perfectly acceptable to call the flag the Union Jack.
Ah, okay, good.
So it's fine. Nice smug, by the way.
It's not too bad, is it? There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to update that for the new season.
I do, yes. I can't afford to though. That's the only thing.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, bloody chain of cars every year. Well, you should just trace over it. Just paint it black. It's kind of a reverse tracing point.
It would work, wouldn't it? It would sit very, very well. I could just get a Sharpie out and just change the nose ever so slightly. Yes.
Oh, I know another good mask, superhero mask people could use. Sandman.
Right. Okay. You've mentioned this loads to me. Sandman, and this is like the big-headed thing.
Yeah, it's the Neil. So Sandman. There's been multiple Sandman, but the one I'm referring to is the Neil Gaiman one. And Neil Gaiman's Sandman is this entity called Dream of the Endless, and he has a mask which is formed from the bones of an old god he killed. And it's very kind of H.R. Giger-esque. It's almost like something the engineers from Alien and Prometheus would wear. So it's got that sort of a vibe. But I mean, it's technically a gas mask of sorts. So, that makes sense in the current climate.
It's a breathing apparatus.
Well, it's actually a mystical, talisman of his power and badge of his office. But yeah, it also helps breathing, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know you can really breathe through a spine.
I don't know. I've been meaning to ask you about that. Is this something that I would enjoy? Because this is like a graphic novel, isn't it?
So it was originally a graphic novel, yeah. But I have, I'm reliably informed you have recently come across the audio drama, which has just been released. And they're also doing a Netflix TV show, I believe. Ooh. Did you watch Good Omens at all? Did you enjoy that?
Good Omens. No, I don't think I did.
Oh, that's very cool. That was with it's another Neil Gaiman. It was a Terry Pratchett thing, and that had like David Tennant as a demon and Michael Sheen as an angel, and that was very fun.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen it. No.
No, it's not a million miles away from that, I suppose.
Yep. Okay. No, it's.
But yeah, that was one of those comics and those kind of series that growing up, really, I hate to use the term, adult comics because A, it means something different, and B, it kind of looks down on the art as a whole. But that's, you know, there's no real superheroes in there. There's no capes. There's nothing like that. It's about these long flowing stories. In fact, I believe it won a Hugo Award, one of the stories from Sandman, and then after that they changed the rules to say comics were no longer allowed to win it.
Oh,
a little bit of snobbery going on there.
Yeah, there's changing the goalposts, isn't there?
Yeah, a little bit. But it means it's the only one to ever win. So yeah, screw those losers.
No, we can't have a comic winning anything. No, that shan't do. Jeez.
It's childish pictures, sir. No, it's just not good enough, damn it. Not good enough.
Are they even coloured in? Are they black and white? Oh, no.
No. They have colour, at least. So,
yeah.
So they have.
I don't know. There's something to be said for the black and white versions as well. Sometimes that's better.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you think back to the very first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics, they were all very black and white, weren't they? I have no idea how you tell the turtles apart, though, because, you know, how can you tell the different coloured bandanas?
Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to remember now.
That through, did they?
That was when I was at school. Oh, was you're reminding me of some sort of memory I have in my head about black and white Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I used to have like the very first graphic comic for that, and it got lost when I was at school, etc. I probably lent it out to someone, and I found it a couple of years ago, just as a comic. I thought, I've got to have that. It was 50p. 50p.
Whoa, and I mean, you know, with inflation, that's like £1 now.
Yeah. No, but I actually paid 50p for it.
Wow.
Yeah. Along with is it the Killing Joke?
Oh, Killing Joke. That's another fantastic comic, that is. Yeah.
That was 50p as well.
I kind of missed it. I mean, you know, I think the Killing Joke, I've got it on my shelf somewhere. It cost like £7 or £8.
Yeah, I got it for 50p at Chelmsford Market.
Wow.
Genius. Clearly someone didn't know what they were selling there and then.
Just thought it was kids' comic book, wasn't it? You know?
Yeah.
It's worthless.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about other masks as well. So I like Captain America's.
What, the one in the films?
Yeah, I do. But it changes every single movie, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's not really a mask, though, is it? It's a helmet.
Oh, yeah, I suppose it is. There you go.
Yeah.
So would Batman's be a helmet then?
Well, no, Batman's is a cowl. I mean, while it does occasionally come with a mask attachment, you know, from his infinite belt of infinite things, you know, it's the cape and cowl is what it's referred to.
See, I'm not very good at this.
Oh, okay. So
my two favorite masks are not masks. Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, if your definition of a mask is just covering the eyes, then sure, but it's not really going to help you in this time of pandemic, which I think is what the spirit of it was.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
If you go into the shops wearing a Batman cowl, A, they're going to look at you kind of funny, and B, probably ask you to leave unless you come back with a proper mask.
Yep, I've just thought of two which are the same person. Hang on, I'm going to save that for.
Jack would take off about Bane's mask.
Oh, no, yes, Bane's mask.
Most appropriate. Yes, fire eyes, Baba.
Isn't that such a shame that voice was terrible? And the dubbing was awful.
I love that voice. That voice is absolutely amazing. Have you seen the Harley Quinn cartoon at all?
No, I haven't. No,
I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I was watching some clips of it, and Bane in that series has the Bane voice, but he has the personality to match the voice.
Oh, okay.
It looks hilarious. I can't wait to watch it. So I'm very much on board with that.
So is that like a brand new thing then?
Yeah, I think there's been 2 seasons out, and it's kind of done by some of the production company involved in the old animated series cartoon.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more kind of tongue-in-cheek, slapstick, kind of aimed at a younger audience. But it's still, it still looks like it's been made with a lot of heart and good storytelling at its core. So yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. You know, it's one of those ones where people dismissed it because it's focusing on Harley Quinn, and she looks like she does in the Suicide Squad, and they're going like, oh, you know, it's a bit shit, but it's actually apparently really good. So I'm very much looking forward to sitting and watching that.
Okay.
I've got another 2 masks here, not comic books or superheroes, but you know, I think they fit. Immortan Joe from Mad Max.
Is that the one with the big teeth?
That's the one with the big teeth and the little bellows on the back of his neck inflating.
Yes.
Yeah, you see that would count.
That would be very good in this sort of situation at the moment. Yes.
And it would help intimidate people, you know, get you to the front of a queue faster. You know, you just rock up wearing the Immortan Joe outfit, you know, kind of largely pasty white skin sort of thing, clear plastic shell, big horse teethed mask, you know.
Yeah.
They're just going to part out of your way for you, you know, especially if you start spraying chrome spray paint over their faces.
That's right. Yeah.
Darth Vader, you know, go with the classics here.
That is an obvious one.
I mean, he took his mask off and he died.
There's a story to tell people. That would work very well nowadays. Okay, the one that I was thinking of, and he has 2, and they are brilliant. Oh, Jack Woodgate says Hannibal Lecter.
You see, it's an interesting mask, but it's really more to stop him biting people or eating them.
Yeah.
Because it's got the little hole with the little grills through it, so he can do the hello, curries.
Yeah.
I can't. You know the thing I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay, the one I was thinking of, Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander!
Now he has 2. He has 2 masks. He has the iconic chrome face shield and the helmet that goes along with it.
Featureless, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But he also has the the cotton cowl type thing with just the eyes. You can just see the eyes, and that's it.
Oh yes, you know, the kind of recessed, you know, underneath the.
It's his Saturday mode. He gets home. He's done a bit of trying to dominate the world, and he's like, oh, do you know what? I just need to relax. I need to take off this chrome shield. Takes it off, puts on the cowl type thing, but covers his whole face.
Gown.
Yeah,
and got his slippers on.
He just
like
sits
a tea,
back
paper
and relaxes in it. He's like, oh, this is comfy. It's like taking off his shoes.
Do you think it smells? It probably has to go off and, you know, air it out a little bit.
What, the material one or the chrome one?
Well, the chrome one. I mean, there's nowhere for him to, you know, to exhale into, so he's breathing into it all day.
Well, if you've ever seen the animated movie, which I know you haven't, there are bits.
I believe we're saving that for a podcast at some point, aren't we?
We might do. I'm not too sure when that will happen, but we might do. I might force you into it. You'll see the inside of his mask, and there's bits in there. So whether that is like sending air around, it's more like an Adam Savage thing where he wants the air pushed over, so you get breeze across your head. So it might be a thing like that.
Yeah, and stop it fogging up.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So
okay. Yeah.
I haven't got any others. So would you like to go on the map? Would you like to be the first person on the map?
Oh, I think we should go on the map. Yeah, let's do things with a map. Now, have you decided? Is this just where we are, or is this where we've been, or where we want to claim? What are we doing? I've got one.
Okay.
Where would you like to just wait out 2020?
So that is what the map is for. Yes, waiting out 2020.
I think the map should be where are we waiting out 2020?
Okay, that sounds good. Okay. Right, hang on. Let me. Right, I have the map here. It's a beautiful thing. So
it's a lovely map. Yeah, very nice. I think we need to stipulate that you can't really displace the people there, so you can't like claim all of Eurasia and then just kick everyone out of it. So you're going to have to put up with locals.
No, that is absolutely fine. Yeah. So, okay, where would you like to wait out 2020?
Where would I like to wait out 2020? Hang on, I'll consult with my lovely wife. Abba, where are we waiting out 2020? Hawaii. I've been told Hawaii.
Hawaii. Oh, gold.
It's in the Pacific.
I can see it. I can already see it.
Okay.
Hang on.
There you go.
So hang on. So I'm going to stick any one of the islands because I don't know any of the islands at all. I'm just going to stick
I'll
in the middle.
I'll take the big one. I think that's Honolulu. You know,
Okay.
so.
Let's go with. I think that's the big one there. Right. There we go. Right. So you're on the map. Oh, geez.
Hang about. Wait a second. I've just had a thought.
Yep.
We're trying to wait out 2020 this year on one of the most active volcanoes.
What could possibly go
wrong? We might
wrong?
have chosen poorly here, babe. Well, look, I'm going to stick with it. Our blind optimism, but yeah, 2020. Going to wait it out in Hawaii.
Okay, that sounds good. What
about you? Where are you waiting it out then?
Where am I waiting it out? Oh man, so many places I do actually want to go, but I'm a terrible.
Well, here's a chance to get away from it all.
I'm a terrible traveler.
We've got some movement in the chat room. Matthew has said he'd like Canada.
You want Canada? Any specific part of Canada that you'd like? North, south,
it is quite
east,
large.
west?
Yeah.
It's quite big on this map. But while we're waiting for his response, I am gonna go. I'm very tempted just to say New Zealand because it's like the safest place on earth at the moment, isn't it?
Well, yes. Just going back to what I was just saying about volcanoes, the second largest super volcano and the most recent one to erupt is located in New Zealand. I'm just saying.
Is it now?
It is. Lake Taupo in the North Island is not, in fact, a lake. It is the caldera of a supervolcano.
I didn't know this. We're just going to pick volcanoes, and we're bound to trigger off something, aren't we?
Well, it's 2020, man. You know.
If it's going to happen,
can you actually take a red pin and just put it off to one side, and I'll just say it's Mars, and I'll claim Mars.
No, this is Earth.
I'll go and grow potatoes.
No, we're not doing that. We're not leaving orbit. No Epstein drives here, mate.
Ah, you bastard.
No, sorry,
it's a good thing because we'd have to head off to the seventh planet of the solar system to see the giant circular object. Oh,
explain to me what that thing on Uranus was.
It was just a little spot. It's fine. I'll hang about. So Matthew has said he'll have Alberta. I have no idea where Alberta is, but you find out on the map there, Elton.
Okay, right. Let me Google.
The NRIP says Timbuktu. I have no idea where Timbuktu is. I want to say Africa, but all I know is the sun has got his hat on. There.
Really?
Apparently.
Okay, Alberta.
Well, that's what the song went, wasn't it?
No. I don't think so.
The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray. The sun has got his hat on and is coming out to play. Surely that had Timbuktu in it somewhere.
I'm going to say yes. Right,
okay.
It's next to British Columbia. And let me just zoom out. And that's on the west coast. Well, it's kind of in the middle-ish. Right, okay, here we go. I'm putting you just above the N. There we go. You have Canada, and you're just above the N there. So there we go. Thank you, Matthew.
Cool.
What was the other one? Timbuktu.
Timbuktu.
Now,
yeah.
This is one of them places where I don't think this is a place. I'm actually Googling Timbuktu.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to Google that to figure out where it is. Also, I think Jack Woodgate has asked for the Japanese island of... Oh, you bastard, Jack. Okinawa? Okinawa?
Oh.
I had no idea.
Right, I printed this on like a bubble jet printer. It's not a laser jet or anything. So finding tiny wee little islands on here, Shall I just say Japan? Is it rude to say
Well,
just Japan?
No, I don't know. Jack, give us a bit more specific. If you could do that'd be great.
Yep.
Okay. Right. Timbuktu. It's in Africa. It's in Mali. I mean, I can't really guide you on the map without you just googling it. But yeah, it's fair.
Okay, I found it.
All right, cool.
Hang on a second.
I'm going to type in Jack's Island and see if I can find this place.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Timbuktu. I keep losing these pins. Right. There's another pin. I'm going to tread on some pins. So it's going to be about there. Okay. So you're waiting out in Timbuktu. Excellent.
Okay. And the island Jack wants is teeny tiny little island just to the east of Hiroshima. So I think we should just give him Hiroshima.
Okay. All right. I will do. There we go. You're in. You're
there
safe. Waiting out there. I still haven't put where I'm going to go.
Yeah, you haven't let us know. Well, you were thinking New Zealand, but I kind of put you off your stroke by saying about super volcanoes.
Yeah. Kind of like the idea of Finland or Iceland or Madagascar.
I mean, I think the Scandinavian countries are a good, safe bet for the most part. Decent people, mostly got their heads screwed on right.
Yeah.
Just obviously, don't forget, we're not allowed to go into the Netherlands, you and I.
No, we're banned from there, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We're not allowed there. But that aside, I think you're fine up there.
Okay, right. I think I've decided. We're going Iceland. I'm going Iceland.
Oh, excellent choice. I mean, plenty of volcanoes there, but
Oh, that's true. Yes,
you'll be fine. Trust me.
Well, Finland, don't they like heat their houses with the geysers? Or am I thinking of another country?
I think the geysers use geysers, but
geysers.
Don't think there's volcanoes there. Okay. So I think Finland's fine.
Okay, I'm going to go Finland then.
All right, cool. You can hang out with Kimmy.
There we go.
And Mika.
I'm in Helsinki.
Excellent. There you go.
So there we go.
Very nice.
I'm going to keep
pretty
this.
Good dispersal as well. We're kind of all over the place.
We are. We're covering our everyone. What you got to do? Everyone, just download all the episodes, and the episodes survive of Shonky Lab if it all goes tits up in one of these countries. So at least one of us will survive.
You mean when?
when. But yeah, there we go. So that is the first wave. Oh, geez. Wait for the second wave.
Yay.
Okay, cool.
Good old Mexican wave.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What else was I going to mention? I can't remember what I was going to mention. We were talking about.
You had like a plan or something, didn't you?
I did have a plan, and it's already gone out the window. We were going to talk. You mentioned a couple of days ago, maybe about talking about live TV. I remember that. I've done no research.
Well, you were talking about this being live, and I thought, what are some of our favorite moments of live TV? Things that I mean, again, just last night we were talking about great moments in sports where Jos Verstappen decided to cosplay as a barbecue for a few seconds. So,
guess mark 0, guess mark 400.
Yeah. You got the O.J. Simpson car chase in his white Bronco. Do you remember that?
I didn't watch that, but I've heard lots about it. Geez, I totally forgot all about that.
Well, I remember it being on the TV, but I had no idea what was going on or any context. All I know was that they were filming this white car with all these police cars going really slowly behind it. And I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on here whatsoever. I'm just trying to think what, it's going to be things like off of Going Live where, things have not gone to plan. Like Emu attacking Rod Hull or something.
Oh, yes. Now, I don't even think I was alive when that happened, but that always happens on clip shows, doesn't it? They always show that. And
yeah,
it's the way that you because you got a puppet on your lap, you can get away with so much. It's
That's what she said.
It is,
okay, I've got here I've got a list of 10 moments in TV history.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if any of it. I mean, look, moon landing. Neither of us were there for that.
No.
Which would have been pretty cool. I'll tell you what I do remember, LIFO. It was Columbia. Well, I kind of remember Challenger exploding, but I remember Columbia when that shuttle crashed on landing.
The one that burnt up.
Yeah, I remember that quite vividly. That was in like 2003.
Yeah.
Live Aid. Do you remember Live Aid?
Yes, partially. I do remember it. I remember it happening. I think I was talking to my mum the other week, and she swears blind that in the loft we've still got that on VHS.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and if we have, don't worry, I will be recording that onto YouTube somewhere and releasing that because that's going to have all the old commercials on there as well.
I don't care about the live thing. I want all the old adverts.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
We hate the adverts up until they become like 10, 15 years old, and then you're like, oh yeah, I remember all that.
Oh, do you actually? I mean, straight up, do you have a way to copy VHS to some digital format? Because I have some old rental VHS cassettes, which have got all the old trailers at the beginning.
I had all the old trailers. Jeez, I've got a VHS, and I've got a what's the capture? I've got a capture card.
Okay.
As well, and I've got a SCART to the capture card, so I have a way of doing it. It's just I have no room to do it just yet. So yes, I have the facilities to do VHS. Can't do Betamax because I don't have Betamax. I've got one tape of Betamax, but no, I'll have to get someone else to professionally do that.
Oh, so no one has Betamax anymore, so you're fine. London Olympics. Do you remember those? Of course you remember those. It was only a few years ago. It was back when we were a popular country. What a shame. What happened went wrong.
It was back where we were riding on a crest of a wave, weren't we? We were the greatest in the world. We performed so well. Was it Boyle did the opening? Danny Boyle?
Danny Boyle did the opening, yeah. And that was amazing. And I remember the Black Dog troop were live tweeting it at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone was complaining it was about the guys commentating and talking all over it.
Yeah.
And I was being extremely smug because I had used the BBC Red button and I'd selected the option for no commentary. So it was awesome.
I seem to remember that now, yes. There were bits on there, weren't there? And they did it for the closing. I think, yeah, I said some horrible things in the closing ones. I know that. Just for various things, but
okay. So if you ever run for elected office, you're going to have to delete those tweets.
Oh yeah, they'll have to go, definitely. I think
Matthew on the chat says he's got September 11th on tape. I think September 11th definitely something that's quite indelibly inked on all our memories.
Yeah.
Which was, that's a whole podcast on its own.
I think that is, yes. And that's a strange day, and we were so far away from that as well, weren't we? Well, I don't know about you, but I was in Woolwich at the time. But it's such a strange, bizarre day, because that happened in the morning over there, which was coming up to lunchtime, early evening over here.
Yeah, it was about lunchtime because I was in Brent Cross shopping centre as the news was breaking, and I remember walking by a Sony store, and all the TVs were showing it, and it was just before the second aircraft hit, because up until that point everyone just thought a plane had kind of accidentally crashed, and it was only at that point it was like, oh shit, no, this is a whole other thing. But yeah, it was a little conversation killer there, Matthew, but it's one of those things where you can't kind of be joking about that. Got to treat it with a little bit of reverence. But I do think it's probably worth doing a podcast at some point, especially if you get old Sean McGowan to pull out his microphone, because we went to the memorial over in New York when I was over there many years ago.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good one. Jack Woodgate mentions Princess Di's funeral. I definitely remember that entire week, like all the TV was just dedicated to Princess Diana that entire week.
Yeah.
That was a weird one as well.
Yeah.
And I don't live too far away from the M1, and I had no real interest, but I just remembered I was going up to Hendon, and there were people just all lining the bridges to watch the procession as it goes up the motorway, and it was just like,
were they throwing flowers off of them?
I think I didn't see it myself, but I saw on the news later that a lot of them were doing that.
Right. Okay. Oh, this is kind of the Where Were You again, isn't it? We did that episode a little while ago.
It's kind of full of battle there, but I was going to say let's pull it back to less heavy stuff. What about that? Those BBC interviews where that guy is giving an interview and then his kid just kind of marches in, left, and then the nanny comes in to try and pull the kid out. Did you see that?
During this lockdown, because that wasn't during lockdown, was it? That was about a year before.
And yeah, it was a while before. Yeah,
that was just beautiful live TV. So awkward. Just dragging kids out the room as well. It's like, oh shit, you shouldn't be in this room. Yoink. Out you go. And by the way, I'm going to try and duck underneath the camera and behind this table, and hopefully you won't see me doing that. But there's been a few during lockdown as well, and everyone is, well, I say everyone, BBC seem very forgiving. Sky News are not so very forgiving. They seem to, oh, your children have walked in. Oh, aren't they noisy? Oh dear. Oh. Whereas the BBC version, they actually, one I saw, they actually engaged with the kid and said, oh, that was nice. Maybe you put your picture over there and stuff like that. And it works. That was look, we're all in a bit of a shit situation here, aren't we? So let's play along. Let's make it the best we can. But Sky being Sky are just like, well, no, children. Oh dear. Does everyone still have children? That's disgusting. Get that child out of here right now.
Get your spawn away from here. This is a professional show.
Yeah. But
which is weird, because the BBC have figured out that when the kids show up, it goes viral and more people will watch it. So,
Exactly. That's what everyone wants, isn't it? Play along to it. Have a bit of fun with it.
I was just trying to think back to, things like going live, and Live and Kicking and TVAM and all those, ones where there was plenty of little moments where things just kind of went wrong, where there's a Peter episode, wasn't there, with a dog kind of trying to hump another dog?
I think so. Wasn't there an elephant treading on someone's foot?
Well, I think it was the elephant was shitting on the studio floor.
And one of the dogs is trying to hump the tortoise in the corner. He's like, oh, just get off of him. Jesus, get off him.
Speaking of Blue Peter, did you ever build any of the things? Did you build Tracy Island?
No, I didn't do Tracy Island. I wanted. Do you remember when they found the Terracotta Army? That was a big thing. They actually found it. It'd been down there for years. And they knocked down the wall. It was like, oh, look, loads of statues. And then they started giving away these little statues. And I wrote in to try and get one of them. But I never.
One of the actual statues?
Well, it was more like, in Superman 2, I think it is, where the guy is making the Leaning Tower of Pisa models. And then he pushes it over. And now you just have the Tower of Pisa. It is that sort of size. Terracotta soldier, I think it was. So it wasn't too big, but it was just one of them things. It was blowing up at the time, and I was like, oh man, I would love one of them. I don't know why, but they look so cool and they're brilliant, and everyone was talking about it at the time as well. But no, I didn't build Tracy Island. I wasn't very good at that sort of thing. Do you know what? The only thing I do actually remember making, and this was years and years ago, when my mum was going out and working at the bingo as like a second job. I think it was a second job anyway. I built myself a Ghostbusters pack out of a box,
Nice.
some string, some pipe lagging as well, which was brilliant because that was like the hose going up to like the little hand controller thing. And that was
The technical term is a neutrino wand.
the hand controller thing. Well, my neutrino wand was made out of cigarette boxes. And
sorry, 1 moment. Euphemism.
Oh dear. No, it was built out of cigarette boxes and bits of wire, etc. Bottle caps, lots of bottle caps, and corks as well for like the little knobbies things. Was never painted, so there was always like sell by dates on the caps, which really annoyed me. I really flipping hated them. But yeah, that was the only thing I really remember actually building.
I attempted Tracy Island,
Mhm.
but this was made with was it paper mache or something, using old newspapers and stuff, and I think I got the ratio wrong, and so it didn't set. It just ended up kind of going moldy and rotting from within. So yeah, it ended up just getting thrown in the bin, which was a bit of a shame. Jack Woodgate says he remembers when they raised Mary Rose, and they showed that live for about a month. I think they rose that in '82. So I was a bit young for that, but I have been to see the Mary Rose. I was very unimpressed at the time, but now I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool. I want to go back.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'd seen it when I was younger as well. There's so many things.
They were always spraying it with this this resin stuff because otherwise it would dry out and just kind of disintegrate. But they've apparently finished doing that now. So.
Oh, have they? I thought they just like sprayed it with seawater.
No, it was like a special resin, and it was sprayed for like 25 years to saturate all the timbers and everything. But now that's done, it will be preserved pretty much forever. When the Earth is finally consumed by the sun, it's just going to float out in space.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And Rose would be on there, and Jack would be like, "Oh, just let me on." And she'd be like, "No, there's no room on this massive bit of wood."
There's no room for you here, mate. No. I mean, the Mary Rose is pretty cool, but have you ever heard about the Vasa? VASA.
Vasa. Right.
Is
this a
Swedish warship? Yes, a Swedish warship, which also sank, around the same sort of time. But they raised that pretty much fully intact.
Oh, wow.
Like it looks absolutely fine. And yeah, similar sort of thing. They raised it, and it's on a museum in Stockholm, I think it is.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? And it's really intricate carvings and everything all over there. Yes, that's an impress. See, the Mary Rose. Yeah, the Mary Rose is very cool, but it's like half a ship, and you can't really see it. But this it's like just stick some sails on it and go for a scoot around the bloody harbour. Yeah, sank in 1628. There you go.
Wow, that is amazing. That looks pristine. That looks so good. I remember
there was a thing when they raised it. Some students, for a prank, when they brought it up, someone swam over and left something on the deck, and so when they all got over there to start investigating it, and they found this thing, it's like, how could this possibly be here? And there was this whole time travel or some bullshit thing. It was like, no, it was just some students having a laugh. But
they found a Furby on there, didn't they?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, brilliant. I'd love to go see something like that. I think I would have so much more appreciation for that nowadays. When I was at school and taking your packed lunch to go see the Horniman's Museum, etc., you just don't have... It's just a day out, isn't it, from school? You're more thinking of, well, I don't have to do lessons today. But
Yeah.
now, as an adult, actually going there, it's like going to college when you're older. You're actually going to learn. You're trying to learn yourself, and you've decided to go there because you want to learn. But when you're younger at school, you're doing it because you're told to do it. And so you kind of rebel against that a little bit.
It's the old saying that youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah, it certainly is. Man,
Oh,
I'd
man.
love to go see that. Okay, where is that again?
Well, that's in Stockholm, I believe.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Stockholm.
There's a...
I was going to say, stick a pin in it. Go on, get your map out and stick a pin.
It's in Sweden, isn't it? So... Oh, okay. Maybe we could go there. I'll have to find out
Places
where it is.
we want to go.
No, we can't do that. Otherwise, I'll have to get different shades of pin, and I'm not going down that rabbit hole. That is that's pushing it too far. Otherwise, then I get different pins, and then I get stickers, and then I need a chart, and then a key for that chart as well.
Yeah,
no.
you need a good key to go with it. Yeah.
No, that's not good. Ah, the Merry Rose.
Dangerous rabbit hole. You can start diving down there.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Merry Rose, you can. It's you can drive down there at some point.
We're gonna have to do an episode on ships. You know that.
Oh, I'm totally down for that.
Ships and planes.
I will bore the shit. I will bore the ship out of you. Thank you very much.
Now we'll have to do ships and planes, not in the same episode.
Okay.
We have one on trains coming up very soon as well. Just have
done automobiles.
Yeah, we've done cars. Yeah.
Real quick, what is your favorite plane? Just real quick.
I don't want to say F-14 because...
Well, why? Why not?
It's an obvious one, isn't it? I'm going to have to think about favorite plane.
F-14 is an awesome one.
It is. It is awesome, but it's also the poster boy as well, isn't it?
Have you seen the Transformer? Have you seen the Transformer we've just announced?
No.
There's an F-14 Top Gun Transformer. It's a promotional thing they've just announced, and yeah.
Is it a proper Top Gun one?
Proper Transformer one, yeah. Proper Top Gun. It's got Maverick's helmet on and everything.
Oh, don't. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, it's
Jack's gone with the Lancaster bomber. Excellent choice.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm going to go with the SR-71 because come on, man.
Because yeah, okay, I understand why. That's an actual thing, a transforming Top Gun.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't. Honestly, I really don't want this.
But you're going to buy it anyway.
I really want this. I missed out on Jetfire when I was a kid, so I'm gonna want this now.
Oh, but they're doing Jetfire again. You can buy the Jetfire toy right now, and he looks like he did in the cartoon.
Don't.
Yeah, boy.
No. Does this come with goose splattered all over the top of the canopy?
I think you got to add it yourself.
Ah, okay.
Come with a little red, like a red decal thing. You know what I mean? It's those stickers that it's not a proper decal. You can kind of reapply it, but after about 4 or 5 times, it kind of loses its stickiness.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to think. Favorite plane? I know F4. I'm very fond of them.
Phantom, spelled with a PH.
Yep.
Another excellent choice.
Oh, other plane. There's so many. I'm really gonna have to think about that.
It's fine. We know it's the F-14. It's fine, and we don't judge you for it because it's an excellent choice. You can't beat it.
It is an excellent choice, but it's an obvious choice. It really is. No, no. I'm gonna have to think about it.
No, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Cool. What else?
Speaking of Lancaster bombers, whatever happened to your intro for Shonky Lab, which used to start with what sounded like a Lancaster bomber revving up to go along the runway?
It was, yes. There was a Lancaster.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
I was there going, that sounds a bit Merlin-y. Yeah, I missed that. Bring it back.
copyright things. That's why, because it went off into the Monty Python thing, didn't it?
Oh, you don't need that. Just give us the planes.
You want the Lancaster back, do you?
I just want the Merlins back. Yeah.
Okay, I will see what I can do. I'm just worried about copyright, and do you know what? Editing, it's really easy not having to put something at the very beginning. I know it takes 2 more minutes to put something at the beginning, but I'm saving that. I'm really just saving that. And at the moment, for me, it's worth it. I know it's sheer laziness.
We've got more action on the chat going on. Jack says he had a Jetfire when he was a kid, but he was persuaded to give it away at a school jumble sale. I do feel that pain. I used to have a full set of Transformers comics, which apparently I was persuaded to throw out. It was while I wasn't in the house, but it was entirely my decision, apparently.
Yes, I'm
still pissed off about that.
Most of my Star Wars stuff I was persuaded to get rid of. And I think that went to cancer research in Welling High Street.
Yeah.
So it went to a good cause. But yeah, I didn't want to throw it away.
Did you ever walk by the shop and just see your stuff there in the window looking at you?
No, I didn't.
Elton, rescue us.
No, I didn't. But I did have a crappy old white train. It was a battery operated train, and it had white track, and it was it didn't have any rails or anything like that. The train sat between these 2 little buffers things, like gully things when you go bowling, so the train wouldn't fall off the track. And I love that thing.
Like this podcast.
Yeah, kind of. Yes, very much so.
Okay.
And yeah, you are my gully at the moment. And
that's a nice thing you've ever said to me.
And I was once again persuaded to give that away in a jumble sale, and it was a school jumble sale, and I remember walking around the tables at school, and I saw it, and I wanted to buy it, and my mum telling me, "No, you can't buy it. You're just giving it away. You're not buying it again." And I got in. I just stood there looking at it, going, "That's mine. That's mine. Don't sell that. That's mine. What are you doing? Please don't sell that." So, oh no, too many bad memories coming through. Jeez, what are you doing to me?
Yeah. We've got more action in the chat. Darren says that he was sad enough to have a GoBot. That's how poor they were. Hey, I had some GoBots. I had Leader 1, who transformed into an F-15, as I recall. And I think I had Scooter, which was just a terrible toy, which just kind of fell apart the second after you used it. Then now I'm by the Transformers as well. Interesting side note. And Jack Woodgate, who had one of those big toy robots with flashing eyes and a screen on the torso?
My cousin did.
Yeah?
Yeah. Similar anyway, yes. Yeah.
Are those the ones that kind of like did that weird kind of walk around and then would rotate and then just kind of do a weird walk again? And
I think it is, yeah. It's the ones that like spin at the hips. I'm sure you've seen them in like E.T. or something like that. It's the obligatory toy that's left on the floor for someone to kick.
Yeah, they're always in the John Lewis Christmas adverts at some point.
Yeah, I didn't have anything like that. That was more of a cousin thing that they would have. Going back to the GoBots, my friend down the road from me when I was a child, he had a GoBot. He had the bike one, the one with like the bullet head. And the arms that went out, and then you could put the wheel in between the arms, the hands. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Cycle.
How do you remember that name?
I've got one of those memories where I will remember random stupid shit like that. Okay, let's go off a little random tangent downhill here. My brother used to always rent one particular VHS cassette from our video store, and that was GoBots versus the Rock Lords, and that was the GoBot toys, which were the knockoff Transformers at the best of times. They weren't great.
Didn't they?
But
come
they were
first,
trying to
though?
sell. I think they all came around the same. You need to get the Llama God in there. He'll give you. He'll talk to you about Transformers. But yeah, you had the GoBots, and then you had the Rock Lords, which were supposed to be toys which turned into rocks. Like it's just a rock.
Oh, okay. What were they called?
Rock Lords.
Oh man,
Because we'd always go up to the video store to get, and we'd be allowed to get one video each, and I would always try and get one of the Transformer films because there was 4 VHS cassettes they had, and I had 3 of them at home, but there was one I never had, which it had Swoop, one of the Dinobots, on the cover. So I'd always used to rent that, and my brother, being a couple of years younger than me, would always want to get another robot film, but he wouldn't get one of the Transformer ones we'd always got, so he'd get this one, which was a GoBot film because it had robots on it, and so there you go.
I seem to remember they transformed and they were rocks.
Yeah.
Jeez. What are you doing, man? We're actually doing old toys now again. We're actually doing old toys.
Well, it's Shonky Lab's greatest hits. It's a compilation episode. It's it's the end of season.
Yep.
We're going back for our greatest hits.
That's what we're doing, and then we're starting afresh. And I'm not ever going to try and do this solo again because that doesn't work. That clearly doesn't work. So
I would like to point out that your pandemic episode was fucking brilliant, mate. If you want to do one of those again, I will listen all day long. That was really good.
I know, but I can't cut it as just, I would do it on my own. I sit down and, yes, I will speak to you. I will monologue to you for a half hour. It doesn't work. Can't do that. So we found out the hard way. But at least we all know now. That's good. Let's put that aside. It's happened. It's done. And now we will move on. So, okay, right. Yeah, this is just best hits. So, okay, toys. He's an easy one. Sorry.
Are we on to biscuits yet?
No, but Peter from the broadcast, he said,
who I believe should be recording an episode right now, shouldn't you, sir? Or did you give up on the boxing episode? It was that bad.
I thought they were sitting down to watch it. Maybe they're like chilling out before they record. I don't know. I hope
maybe they've just drunken so much beer and they're just like, we can't do this. We'll just lose it. We'll lose that episode.
I hope my free entertainment will not be late. I want my free entertainment and I want it on time. Thank you very much.
So it says they finished. The boxing one didn't take that long. Yeah, it doesn't take long to say that was shit, wasn't it?
I had a friend who had all the Smurfs. There you go.
They did Smurf toys?
Yes, and they were highly collectible. Yes. Hang on.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone wanted the Smurfs.
I mean, I know of a cartoon, but I didn't know they made toys.
Yeah, they were about yay big. I don't want to go freedom numbers, but about an inch. Yeah, inch tall. And there were hundreds. Okay, right. I'm looking on eBay. Vintage 80s, 70s Smurf collection, £938.
Fucking hell.
Yes, mate.
Apparently, you could get them free with a gallon of petrol.
Could you? Oh, okay.
Apparently. I've got to say, when Smurfs was on, I was a bit young to be buying petrol, but apparently Darren went to a different kind of school than I did.
Oh, man. He had them all over his window as well. And he had the front bedroom. So whenever I left my house, I could see all these little white hats on blue heads just lined up. I'm so glad I didn't have these. Otherwise, I'd have to be buying them back now. It's Star Wars all over again. I have to buy all my collection all back again. I can't do that again with this. Thank goodness I didn't have them.
Well, you probably should turn away from the page before you just buy them anyway.
Yeah.
Matthew says, do we remember Muscle Men figures? The weird little plastic things in all shapes and sizes. I remember the name, but I have no recollection at all of what the toy was.
Muscle. I've spelt muscle wrong. Jeez. Muscle Men. Okay, I've just Googled Muscle Men. What do you expect to turn up if I...
Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, hang on a second. toys. Let's put toy at the end of that.
No, I think you're going to find some stuff which Joanna Alexander would be quite interested in.
I do remember them. Yes, they're all the same color. You might remember these. Yeah, I remember these. I never had any of them though. What was the ones I had? Oh, they're like insectoids. Hang on, insectoids.
Well, were these the sort of toys you collect, alongside with your Panini stickers and your Topps collector's cards?
What, the Muscle Men things?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, they're very small collector.
Yeah, they
things.
look like the sort of thing that'd be in the newsagents. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I was reminded on a Twitter feed. Do you remember He-Man?
Vaguely, yes.
Do you remember all the types of transport that He-Man had?
I remember they were all hideously impractical.
Yeah.
Like you had that tracked vehicle with the oblong wheels, but kind of it did this weird kind of.
That's right. Yeah, it did. There was another one where he sat in a weird skull thing, like a dragon, I think it was.
And is this He-Man or Skeletor?
No, this was a He-Man thing. And
okay.
The track swung out in front of him, stopped in front of him, and then the body of the thing that he was sitting in trundled forward to the end of that track, and then the back track swung out all over again. It was...
I do remember that. Yeah, I think that even because you watched For Toys That Made Us, didn't you? Or some of those?
I saw some of them. Yeah,
I think they show that in there. Oh wow! I kind of miss the way they. I mean, I don't know if it's still the case today. I don't have kids, so I don't buy a huge amount of toys like that. But it used to be when we were kids, they were just throwing any shit at the wall and see what toys would kids buy, and they all had a cartoon, which was amazing.
Well, yeah, that's the whole reason of that, wasn't it?
Yeah. You want to sell a toy, better have a cartoon.
Exactly. Yeah. Just a reminder to everyone: if you do want to join in on this as well, you're more than welcome to Skype in. It's not my normal Skype. It's Shonky Lab. I think it's all. Was it all one word when you found it? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was all one word, but Skype was being a bit funny. I had to do an update and then restart it to find you. But you cannot get away from me, Elton. There's no escape.
Oh, how comes
I will find you?
How comes you did an update and I didn't do an update? Because normally we have to do an update at the same time. I don't want to say we're joined at the hip or anything.
I was going to say our cycles have largely synced up at this point, haven't they?
It has, yes. Right. Okay. We have a caller, and has that worked?
I can't hear anyone.
Okay, hang on a second. There's two in the call.
Well, I'm one of the people, aren't I?
Yes, you are. Hang on. Let's not in this. Okay. Right. We need to add this person to the call. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting this. So
technical issues.
Technical issues. What we'll do? Have we added? No,
I don't know.
I think we're calling him.
Wait, I can see a name.
Yes, it's me.
There you
go.
No
one would have believed.
Welcome, Darren.
Hello.
Infamous Richard Burton impersonator.
It is, yes. You can hear me okay. So I'm going through the web version of Skype because I'm on the Works machine and it doesn't allow me to install the app. So if I sound a bit rubbish, my apologies.
No, you're sounding good, mate.
Excellent.
No problem.
Am I coming through loud and clear then? Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So you're talking about toys then?
It turns out, yes, we are. Yes.
This is a freeform jazz episode. Nothing's off the table. Everything goes, man. If we're going to go left, we're going to go right, and all of a sudden we're back at toys.
And we have a map as well, so we have to get where you want to be on the map. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Okay. I get to choose. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so toys from the past. He-Man. Yes, my brother had a few of the He-Man figures. I remember he had the man himself and also Skeletor.
He-Man.
Yep, that's right. Yep. The faceless skull.
I had the one with the squirty water on his shoulder.
Are you sure that was a He-Man figure and not some other dodgy? You sure that was Walter?
Yeah, I was going to say that was it with Woody and Buzz by any chance?
It wasn't that little known He-Man, Bukakor, was it? No.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find the picture of this now because this was a thing. I promise you.
Don't Google Bukakor, please. Well, if you do, put your privacy filter on first on the search.
Yeah, I was going to say incognito.
Incognito. That's it.
Going.
Oh Jesus! I've just typed Skeletor squirt.
No.
Peter wants to know: are we on to Fisto yet?
Well, there was actually an episode they never showed on TV with Fistor and Bukakor.
Was Buzzsaw in that one too?
I think so. It was somebody that used batteries. Oh.
Okay, I found him. Oh God, there was another one. Okay,
There was?
Yes. No. Okay. There was another. Let me find the name of this thing. This is. Oh, he's got to have a name. What's his name? There was one that looks like a toad.
Merman?
No, it wasn't Merman. He was the best one.
Ah, right. Okay.
Oh.
Toad Man, by any chance?
It might be Toad Man.
Because normally it's it does exactly what it says on the tin type naming.
Cobra Khan.
Cobra Khan, was he a master of the universe?
Turn to your good friend Google and type in Cobra Khan.
I will look for Cobra Khan.
And then I think you may recognize him because you'd fill him up with water, and push his head down and he'd squirt.
It's Bukakor again, isn't it? That's it, yes. Okay, so Cobra
Khan.
Is it Cobra with a K? Like all the kids spell it.
Yep.
It is. Right. I'm down with the kids, me.
And I have found that. I found the other one as well.
Is it Khan as in Khan?
Yes.
All one word?
No, 2 words.
No. Right. Okay. Cobra Khan. Here we go. Let's have a look at. I recognise him.
There you go. And in the Skype chat, I don't know how to do it on the YouTube because that's on a different computer at the moment. I do apologize, but I'm going to put a picture of the Skeletor that used to squirt as well. Okay.
You do. There's a YouTube on how to fix Cobra Khan's sprayer.
No.
There's a bloke. He's done a 10.5-minute video on how to fix the sprayer on Cobra Khan.
Oh, brilliant! I shall be watching that straight after this.
Hold on, I shall put the link in the there we go. Let's just go to here and just stop it before it plays. There we are. I'll put that in the chat.
Fisto, jeez. The Dragon Walker, it was called.
The Dragon Walker?
Yeah.
Skeletor's thing.
The N-Rib has said that. I don't know if that's how you say your name. It may be how you say your name. I'm sorry. But yeah, the Dragon Walker. That was, no, here comes He-Man on his slow Dragon Walker. What are we going to do? Here he comes. He's still coming after us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing. Jeez. Go on then, Darren. What else you got? What other toys did you want to mention, or any other greatest hits of the Shonky Lab so far?
Well, let's see. Toys. There is one that comes to mind that I don't know if people are actually remember this.
Yeah.
But I do. These were two of my favourites. Well, in fact, I've just thought of another couple as well. First two, Cyborg and Mutant, or Muton.
Cyborg and Muton.
Yeah, Cyborg and Muton. They were both like clear plastic figures. One being the good guy, being Cyborg, and then you had Muton, who was like, you know, it was literally both the same body. One was clear and one was purple, and they had different heads, but they had all these like fixtures and fittings you could fit on their arms, and they had vehicles that you could actually slot them into, not seat, but slot them in. You took like the feet off of them and they plugged straight into it, and they kind of became one with their vehicles.
Mm-hmm. Never heard of these at all.
No, I'm gonna have to hold on. I shall find it. I
think I found them. They're strange looking. I think they would give me Cyborg, Muton, and Android. That's what I can see here.
Oh, you see, I never had Android, but I had Cyborg and Muton. And being, you know, a kid at the time, bits of them fell off over time. So all I had less were sort of like 2 torsos, and that's it. So, you know, lots of fun was had there. I mean, I'm sure if somebody looked back and found that I had just a couple of torsos for toys, they'd probably think I was a serial killer or something like that, you know. Yeah, these were his favourite toys. Look, a couple of torsos. Christ.
You're Sid from Toy Story.
I think I am, yeah. I think that was me.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was those, Cyborg and Muton. There was also what was it? Captain Hook and Pegleg.
I think you're making these up.
No, I'm not. Hold on. I shall. Captain Hook and Captain Pegleg. Right. So Captain Hook was the bad guy, and Captain Pegleg was the good guy. And in his Pegleg, he had a treasure map.
Okay.
And they had little buttons at the back you could press, and they used to do little sword fighting moves. So
Captain Pegleg.
Captain Pegleg and Captain Hook.
I can't find this. This isn't a real thing, is it?
Yeah, it's a real thing. This is all back from the sort of like, you know, the 70s. This is.
Would this be?
It came with Roger the Cabin Boy as one of the Seaman masturbates.
This is not a figment of my bloody imagination. You get. Hey, oh look! I found a picture of them.
Photos, or it didn't happen.
Hold on.
I don't know if I want to see photos of Roger the Cabin Boy.
Yeah, look, they've actually got pictures of them in the boxes as well. So hold on, I'm just going to go to the sites, right, and get these. Yeah, there we go. Right, there's that one. How much is it worth now?
Are they like a classic doll size?
They're about 8 to 10 inches tall. These things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh, he's definitely a bad guy because he's got very little hair. So there you go. So there's that one. Let's put that in there, right?
Oh, so Captain Hook is the bad guy.
That's Captain Hook, right? Or Hook, as they call him there, right? If I go back,
good old Matchbox.
Yeah, there you go. And there's this one. Let's see if I just go to the site and get that as well.
Oh, bloody hell.
I think they're out for auction by the looks of it here. I'm not sure how much they're actually worth. Oh, collection, Museum of Childhood. There we go. The link for the children. Was it the Museum of Childhood is actually on that page.
Oh, okay.
As well. So if you want to have a look and see some other really old toys, then you can do.
I've never heard of this.
There you go. There's Captain Pegleg. Yeah, he used to have a treasure map inside the Pegleg.
That was the first thing that everyone lost as well.
That probably was, yes. Oh, right. Okay. Talking about losing things. Okay, you remember the $6 million man, don't you?
Yeah.
Steve Austin.
I know of him.
Okay, I used to have the action figure.
The NRIB says he had a red bionic eye vision and a bionic arm.
He did. All it was this lens that you looked through it and everything was about 40 million miles away all of a sudden. It was really bad sort of optics. And they had a little push button at the back. And as you clicked it, it sort of like, his arm went up. And he had a foreskin on his arm as well, which you rolled back.
Yeah, he had a what on his arm?
He had a foreskin on his arm that he rolled back, and you had like cybernetic chips on the inside of his arms. Or on the inside of his one of his arms. So yeah, it used to have like this roll of skin that you could roll, but I'm not shitting you, right? Okay. When I say this. Okay. It's there. Right, hold on. I'm gonna have to look this up as well now, aren't I? You're not gonna believe me until I tell you, or show you.
No, yeah, once again, photos or it didn't happen.
Well, all right, I'm looking for it, right? Okay. There we go. Steve Austin.
Foreskin.
Yeah. No, that takes me to another part of eBay. That does. Lee Majors has wondered where it's gone. So, yeah. Steve Austin action figure.
Nick says, what's the weird halo around Elton's face? Is this YouTube stream some kind of deep fake? I don't know. I'm not too sure. I apologize.
The YouTube streams legitimately. Elton himself is actually a computer algorithm.
Yes.
Right, there you go. So, oh my word, how the hell did I ever find that? I'm just looking at a picture of the Steve Austin doll, and it looks like somebody shot one of his eyes out. It's just got. This is like a nightmare. How do kids not have more nightmares looking at this doll? And he's got an expression on his face that says, "Yeah, I know, shit happens."
Okay, so what am I typing into my friend? Steve Austin.
Right, hold on. I'm getting you the picture now. Right, okay. So there we go. Right, this is the article. There we go. Go back to Skype. Drop it in the message. There we go. And if you look, you'll see it's got a picture of the arm with the skin down and the arm with the skin rolled back.
Right, I've typed Steve Austin and foreskin. And
don't do that, for God's sake.
There's a Reddit page. I'm not going to click on it, but it says the surgeon and my penis.
Don't.
It looks like it's like homemade surgery.
I'm
not clicking on it though.
I'm looking at the forearm picture that Darren posted, and I'm just picturing scenes from Children of Dune. My skin is not my own. That is just yeah.
You look at Steve Austin's face in that, right? The action figure's face. That's just like that's a villain, that, isn't it?
It's Blofeld. You just need to put a scar down the eye.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
So that's where the lens went, you see. And they had the $6 million woman action figure, which you could actually put your ear to. She had, in the series, she had bionic hearing. So what you could do with that is you could actually put your ear to her head and you could hear the ping that it made in the show.
Yeah.
But when she was zeroing in on people's conversations and stuff like that. So that's that.
That's okay.
I'm sure I've got a few more freaky toys in my head from the 70s.
What could we say, man? Those toy designers put on some pretty amazing drugs.
Yeah. Do you see the thing there, though, with the chips that came out of the arm? The little glass computer chips. There we go. Because the $6 million man figure came with an awful lot of accessories, and one of them was it was a spaceship you could get. It was like, because, at the start of it, he crashes in his ship, and that's how he becomes a $6 million man. He gets bitten by a radioactive calculator or something. And they've got this. They built a rocket ship. They made a rocket ship for the $6 million man. And what it does is it opens up and it turns into a surgery for him. So you could like plug all this stuff into him and, you know, take him for his MOT and stuff like that.
Oh, so, add-ons for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Jeez.
And he always came. He always came with an engine as well, like an engine block from a car. Because you know that featured heavily in the TV series. That did.
Is that big red and silver thing that I found?
That's it. That's it. I mean, it was a typical thing of TV series back then. You know, going through to the 80s, with things like, you know, if the characters in the show were pretty boring, but they had like a gimmick, like was it Cormac and I think it was Cormac and Hardcastle. The bloke in it, one of the guys, the young guy, owned a sports car, and it ended every episode with him having to chase someone in that sports car. You see, it's like Airwolf.
Yeah.
You see, it's like you knew that the bad guy's time was up when it came to the end, because they would always explode. Yeah, exactly. The chase always lasted as long as the tune.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, you could
Tiny
just imagine.
Tiny segue there. Have you guys listened to that girl who's been playing TV theme songs on her cello on YouTube?
No.
I'm glad you said cello, mate. I really am. I wonder where we were going with this for a minute.
Okay, Mr. Steve Austin's foreskin arm. Yeah, no, there's a girl who's been playing classic theme songs from like the 80s on a cello, and it's amazing. She did Airwolf. She did Ulysses 31.
Yes.
I posted a couple of them. But yeah, I mean, you mentioned Airwolf, and it's amazing. She kind of like does each piece and films it, and then just kind of compiles the video together. I will find it and send you the link because it's truly fantastic.
Well, on the same sort of subject, I did put up a link recently on Facebook for a bloke who does famous rock stars singing old British TV theme tunes. He does it perfectly. He did like Elton John doing the theme tune to Only Fools and Horses and stuff like that.
Here you go, in the chat. Yeah. Right. Oh, wait.
Right, here we go.
Link. Try the second one, the one which actually works.
Okay.
Now it's Watch with Mother.
Yes.
Oh, advert.
So this is someone called Samara Ginsburg, and I will stick it in the YouTube chat for people who want to play along at home. But she basically eight versions, and it does the theme song from Ulysses 31 here. It's amazing, which, you know, in of itself is like one of the best theme songs of all time.
I think I heard her do the Knight Rider one.
Yeah, she did the Knight Rider one.
That was brilliant.
She did
fantastic.
What else has she done here? You got He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Airwolf, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
Inspector Gadget. Oh, I'm going to have to do Inspector Gadget. Hang on a second.
Oh, absolutely do it.
Right, okay. Right.
Do it.
I am going to be playing this. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to... You may echo, but let's see if this actually works. And that cool.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
That's
so got to be
the
third best rendition of the Inspector Gadget theme. The best one, of course, being the Beastie Boys version.
I don't remember that one. Did they do that for the film?
Someone did. They mashed up Inspector Gadget and the Beastie Boys, and it's stupid, but it makes me laugh every time.
Right.
So of course I'm going to. There you go. I've sent it to you. You can listen to it now or at your leisure. But yeah, it's just Beastie Boys meets Inspector Gadget.
Although you have reminded me of the Inspector Gadget film, which could go on the docket for the Black Dog. So thank you very much for that.
Excellent.
Yeah. I've got a note for you, Elton, from the galleries. Amber would like to say she feels you're wasting this opportunity to do some artistic dancing or miming or charades through the visual medium that is video. It's a wasted opportunity. I think this is something you could build up to, though. You know, maybe later on.
Not the first time. No. This is just a test to make sure that everything is actually working.
Yeah.
Once we get OBS working, then we can see what I'm actually seeing on my computer, and then we can have a bit of fun with it. Then we can have video calls on the Skype, and then that will work.
I can ask a silly question?
Yes.
What is OBS? Because I've got to tell you, for the first 3 weeks you were talking about this, I thought you had irritable bowel syndrome.
Okay, hang on. OBS. I think it's open broad. Hang on. I need to get the correct words. Open broadcast software.
Oh, okay.
So you can broadcast to you can stream to Twitch or YouTube or anything like that. But it gives you like the option of cameras, multiple cameras, different camera angles, and overlays as well. You can put pictures behind you, pictures over the top, have little tickers running along at certain points.
So it'd be like a Zoom call where we could actually have you sat, in a different location, perhaps.
Yes,
we could have you. We could have you sat in a Formula One car while you talk to us. Okay.
Well, I think you've already seen my chosen background, which is the F-18 Hornets from the Top Gun 2 trailer.
Yes, because you couldn't find the 14 one.
Yeah, so that's where I went with that. But Darren, before we forget, I have a map here.
Okay.
A map of the world, and we've decided. Ow, God, the pins have actually gone through the side of. Ow, jeez.
Have you stuck yourself with a pin?
I have. It's gone through the actual board. It's a very expensive board. It cost.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Have you got a list of every single lift that you fixed? Because if you do, then can you supply it to me? Just so that I know what to avoid.
Okay.
That's all.
I can do that. Yes.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, damn you indeed. Okay, so I have a world map here, and we have certain pins. Once again, this is already failed because I haven't put who has the pins or where, but you get to choose where you're going to live out the rest of 2020.
Oh, do I?
We're waiting out 2020. We want to be, where are you safe from 2020?
Yes.
And it's worth noting out that some mistakes were made. I might have decided that we would wait it out in Hawaii, which is one of the most active volcanic regions in the world. And then Elton decided he would go to New Zealand, which is home to the second largest supervolcano on Earth. And then he decided instead to go to Iceland, which has lots of volcanoes. So we're not doing too well of this, but where's safe for you to wait out 2020 now? Where's safe?
Yellowstone Park, that's got no volcanoes whatsoever. Well, actually, it's got one. The whole fucking place is a volcano. So yeah.
No. We're trying to avoid that. We're trying to avoid that. We
kills the COVID, so you know.
See.
He kills it, so that would be ultimately safe. I could be, ultimately sterilized from not only the COVIDs but from the face of the planet as well. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, there wouldn't be much of you left.
No, there wouldn't, would there? No, just ash. Which I don't think can actually get infected by COVID-19. So I'm on to a winner. There you are.
It's like the bit in Terminator 2 next to the chain rails when the bombs go off, basically.
Yeah.
The dream sequence.
Let's see. Where would I like to spend the rest of 2020?
You can join some people. We have a pin in Canada.
Okay.
That was from Matthew, I believe.
Yeah, Matthew.
Is there a particular reason for Canada? At all?
There might well have been. We didn't ask.
No. His reasons are his own.
There probably was. And if you're watching the rerun on YouTube, just scroll down the remarks, the comments. Yeah, there you go, and it'll be in there.
You know what? I think. I know you said there was a warning there about New Zealand, but if we're talking about waiting out 2020 just because of COVID, then I'd have to say New Zealand would be the place I would choose.
Yeah.
Seeing as that literally, I mean, or almost completely eradicated it at one point.
Yes.
So
I think they had 4 people infected.
Yeah, because Jacinda Ardern seems to be the only person who knows what they're doing in charge. So, you know.
Well, you know why that is, don't you?
Why is that?
Well, she used to be a primary school teacher.
Oh, there you go then. That's what we need to do.
I'm not even kidding. I think she did used to be a primary school teacher.
We need to get more primary school teachers involved.
Yeah. Matthew in the chat says it smells of B&Q. I'm guessing he thinks the board that the map is attached to smells of B&Q.
Barbecue.
Oh, I thought you said B&Q. Yes, it's. Okay.
I was going to say, what is that? Was that what Nirvana actually called their biggest hit before somebody went? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Smells like B&Q is not kind of. I mean, because what's a B&Q? That's what the Americans are saying. And oh man, I went to England once and I got heavily influenced by a DIY store that I walked into. That's what's. And I remember the good memories of going through there, and I remember the smell, the pine, and the other woods and stuff that you know that I associate with this good memory of being in this store.
But I'm putting you in Wuhan. There you go.
You put me in Wuhan.
Well, it's safe there now. It's completely gone from there, so you're fine.
But is it? I did hear that it's acting up again. You see.
What, you sciatica?
No, the COVIDs. The COVIDs is acting up again. So yes, not a very safe place to be.
Where would you like this pin?
Where would I like this pin?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Is anywhere really safe? I mean, if we're talking about, because I mean, you know, 2020 has been a bit of a crazy year. We've had a pandemic. We've had sharks walking on land. Okay,
and being flown by sharks, flown by birds.
Yes, indeed. Yep. Birds grabbing sharks. We've had bears with nunchucks. What else?
We've had. I've got a little list. We've got killer hornets, fires in Australia, floods.
Yep, all that. Let's see. Did Simply Red make a comeback this year? I think they did as well. There's that. What else? Hold on.
I've lost the pin again. No, there it is. I keep losing these pins.
Have you got the pin now?
I have the pin. Yes. Does Ree want a pin in the board as well?
I'll ask. Do you want a pin in the board? Where would you go? Where would you go? No, not where I would go. Don't tell me where to go. All right, I know what
Two totally different places.
Yeah, exactly.
Where were you going? I'll be the other side of a planet.
Yeah, exactly. She's like the other side from where you are, Darren. That's basically what she's saying. So, yeah. So, have you got any particular place, darling? Any at all? Should go Lanzarote. Actually, I was thinking that we'll lock ourselves in the all-you-can-eat buffet style holiday place that we went to because we really enjoyed it there.
Okay.
So, there we are. Yes. So, and the volcano there is asleep.
Lanzarote. Apparently. Okay. So
Lanzarote.
That's off of Spain?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay. South Spain?
Is it South Spain? I'm not quite sure. I suppose I could look it up. I've got a computer and a mobile phone right in front of me that both have Google. So, talk amongst yourself for a little bit there.
I think it's a lot more fun with Elton's pin the tail on the donkey method. A few things in the chat I just wanted to mention. Peter asks, I'm assuming it's Peter, it might be Anne-Marie, but they say, can we be on the moon? I've already asked if I could be on Mars, and Elton says, no, we are limited to the planet Earth. We can't leave. I think it's a bit moving myself, but there you go. Also, Jack Woodgate says Rule 34 and WWF, and then Peter also says bring back Nightboat, which put me in mind of something. Who remembers Thunder in Paradise?
Thunder? No.
So do you remember, for some strange reason, God only knows why, in the 1990s, people seemed to think that Hulk Hogan could act?
Thunder in Paradise.
No, I stayed away from Hulk Hogan.
This was a TV show where Hulk Hogan was a ex-Navy SEAL, because of course they are, who had a super boat, because it's one of those shows, because of course it is.
Yeah.
And it was basically Night Boat. It was a super boat which would fight crime and stop drug dealers and look after his young daughter, because there's always one of those in these shows as well. And it was basically Night Boat. I really do think we need to get Dave Probert to do one of these for twice as bright, half as long, because I'm pretty sure it only lasted about 6 episodes. But
what was that? What was it called again? The series?
Thunder in Paradise. It had the cheesiest intro you've ever seen.
Oh, you know what? In that case, I'll have to get him to look up another show that's pretty much, well, actually, I think it's quite similar in thing of you've got bloke traveling the back roads of America. It was called The Highwayman, Sam J. Jones. It was him. It lasted about 6 episodes, I think it was. It was called The Highwayman. There's, a man on a shadowy road protecting the roads in a big fuck off truck. That was the voiceover at the beginning of the TV series as well. So there you are.
Anne-Marie would like to be in Finland. Elton's already taken Finland, but I don't think he has any problems sharing you.
I'm quite happy to share. By the way, Lanzarote is off the coast of Morocco.
It is, although it's I think it's a lot of Spanish connection there. It's actually closer to Morocco than it is to Spain. But then again, there's places that Britain has laid claim to that is closer to other countries, and not necessarily anywhere near Britain.
This has been a party political broadcast from the Barnard family.
It certainly
yes. Okay, so Anne-Marie can have Finland. I'm just going to hang on a second.
So we're having Lanzarote then. Right.
So, Ree's in Lanzarote.
Who is?
Ree.
Yeah, so am I. She doesn't know it. I'm up a tree watching her.
Okay, so you're in Lanzarote as well, yes?
I'm up, but I'm up. Shh, don't tell her.
Okay,
She'll
sorry.
spot me. I'm well hidden up this palm tree. Right, so she can't see me. No.
There we go. You're on the map now. There we go. You're hiding out the rest of 2020, seeing it out. God bless us, everyone.
Indeed.
Is there anything else in the chat?
Sweet zombie Jesus. I found a poster for Thunder in Paradise, which I have to share with you, because you would hate me if I didn't share this with you in the chat.
You don't have to, Andy. You really don't. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's no problem at all. I've
got my whole life without seeing it. I'm sure I'll be all right.
Peter in the chat says he'll stick with Welling, so he's staying in good old Blighty. So hang on a second.
Really?
Yeah.
Welling?
Yeah.
He says it can't get any worse. I've got to say, Peter, very optimistic, a bold claim. Let's see how that plays out for you, Cotton.
There we go. A few pins in there. I'm happy with that.
Excellent.
That's it's like 5 minutes worth of work, and now we've got some pins. And
okay, El, if you start drawing string between them, though, are we going to create some sort of pentagram and at the center unleash some sort of demonic force?
Next week, I will be picking up some red string. Don't worry.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, connect the dots, man. Connect the dots.
And one of the conspiracies. Yeah, we're still doing the greatest hits.
Yeah, why not?
Are we going to conspiracies now? Yeah.
If you want, I don't mind. You got any?
Okay. Well, just the current one. About wearing masks and stuff, and these people going on about the civil liberties being not taken care of and stuff, and this is all a government plot. And what I don't think anybody's asked them yet is, okay, well, if this is a government plot, right, what's the end game exactly for this? Why are they getting us to wear masks if this is such a dodgy thing that's been put out by the government? What is the advantage to them to have us in masks?
I've actually seen people with an answer to that, which I don't particularly want to I don't really want to, because I feel like even mentioning it is giving it fuel. But it was someone posted this on Twitter. That's probably shut down. And go, they're training us all to wear, burqas and stuff like this, and face coverings. And it's just like, please go and die in a fucking fire.
Just, oh man.
Yeah.
Did they have like a free Tommy tattoo as well?
I think the person posting it was a white man, obviously, with sunglasses and a red baseball cap, because of course it was.
Yeah,
and his shirt was off.
Do you know what? I think you're gonna find that anti-maskers, anti-vaxxers, and flat Earth society people, I think in the Venn diagram they cross over. Literally, it's just a circle.
Yeah,
The three of them, just that's it. You know, it's not an oval shape. It's literally 3 discs sitting on top of one another. There you go. Thank you very much.
Oh
yeah,
man.
Suck it, haters. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, you talking about conspiracies and stuff like that. I still genuinely would love a flat earther to come on here, and not to be mocked or anything like that. I think you know that I wouldn't mock them for anything. I'm just genuinely interested.
Well,
in it.
have you seen the documentary on Netflix?
Yes.
That one there. I love the end of that. Well, they do the one final experiment, and it's just at the end of it when it is like the credits are finished rolling and you just get the audio and you realise that it still hasn't proved anything.
That's the thing where they were shining a torch and the torch wasn't big enough. No, it was a laser, wasn't it? And it kept getting bigger the further away you got. And it had to go through a hole, and they would prove it, that it would fire from this hole through another hole and onto a board to prove that the Earth was flat.
And it wouldn't, because
they couldn't see it.
No, exactly. But it's like when they were at the beginning, they bought some gyroscopes, right, to prove that the Earth was flat.
Yeah.
And it again proved that the Earth was round.
Yep.
And they were like, oh well, obviously they're faulty, so we'll buy some other ones. It's just like you're not even. This is it. You just want somebody to. You just want to hear the Earth is flat. You're willing to hear. You're not willing. You're not going in with an open mind. And it's just, how can you be taken seriously? How can you expect to be taken seriously at all?
Well, clearly they've looked at the current government and thought, yeah, I've got a pretty good chance. I mean, I'm no worse than any of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose so, really. Now you come there, you talk about it, yeah. See why they believe they've got a chance.
Yeah.
A few more things I was going to say a few things in the chat real quick. Jack Woodgate says James Woods posted the they're training us all to wear burqas comment. It might have been. I don't recall.
Who's James Woods? Is he someone that I should know?
He's an actor. He did the voice of Hercules in the Hades in the Hercules movie, the Disney one, the good one, and other stuff.
Training all to wear burqas. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. He does realise who they've got in power there at the moment, doesn't he? Because there's the hole in the argument with that one.
Like I said, just relay anything. But let me finish reading these comments, because there's some good ones here. There's a good one here, and I think Anne-Marie, I know a load of vicars dead convinced the Russians are preparing us all for totalitarian rule by using COVID as an excuse to stop us having communion in church.
Okay.
There's a lot to break down there. We're not going to do it right now. Hang about. And Jack Woodgate says he knows a flat earther, a bloke he works with. So that might be you in there, Elton.
Yes, please. I'm not here to mock. I'm here to learn. I'm here to understand. Just want to understand. That's all.
Yeah. Just so we're clear, though, Elton, if you do come out of that podcast believing the Earth is flat, we have a pact where we are going to kidnap you to deprogram you afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
we've got the intervention already sorted out, mate. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Does this smell of chloroform to you, Elton?
And I'll wake up on Lee's sofa.
Yeah.
And you guys stood around me.
Beat him with a sock full of coins. And how does this help? Help?
Oh man. Yeah, it's just one. Yeah, there's so many questions about that. Because on that documentary there was talk about like telescopic zooms and stuff, wasn't there? There was a lot about the photography and how you could zoom into the horizon. It's just, would there be horizon if it was a flat Earth? There wouldn't be a horizon, would there?
Well, no. I mean, you'd be able to see literally from one end of the Earth to the other.
Yeah.
If you had, but that's not the way it works, because it's round. And if they're looking for the curvature of the Earth as close as they're trying, I mean, the planet would be a lot smaller. Yeah. So, because I mean, compared to a human, it's pretty big. So yeah.
Did you see the guy who took a electron microscope and pointed it at a basketball to prove that the basketball was flat?
Yes, yeah, I've seen that, and that looks so good, doesn't it? It looks so good. Oh, look, this basketball is flat.
Yeah.
Is that? I've never seen that.
Have you not?
No.
Right, let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, they are great shots. I won't try and find it, but yeah, they are great shots. They're just zoomed in so close. It does look like this basketball is flat, but then you zoom out and then you realize, oh, hang on, no, it's a basketball. It's round, isn't it? I would like to speak to someone that truly believe in it, but I know that people. There's a couple of signs that people written on the motorways where the Earth is flat. Okay, do you honestly believe that, or it's just trolling on the motorway now?
It is indeed. Oh, that is a beautiful Thunder in Paradise picture.
I thought you'd like that. Jack mentions in the chat there was a guy recently who killed himself with a homemade rocket trying to prove that the Earth was flat.
Yes.
Yeah, which was for a Netflix thing, which means I'm sure it's going to be on TV at some point. But the other thing was he didn't want to use actual rocket fuel or something. It was just using compressed air because he didn't trust rocket fuel or something. That whole thing was just insane.
Christ almighty.
I mean, that's for a Darwin episode right there. That's a Darwin Awards episode.
Oh, yeah. He probably got the medal around his neck before he landed on the floor. Bravo, sir. Bravo. By the way, did you put a parachute on this? What?
No. That's the thing. He did. The parachute deployed as he launched. I shouldn't laugh, but it was.
It deployed as he launched
and ripped his shoulders off.
No. So basically, the rocket launch. It was a homemade rocket. Kind of tells you all he wants. Made in his back garden. Because America. But as the thing launches, the parachute, which was meant to bring the capsule bit down, this flies out. So it slows the rocket down while it's going up and just flails. But then it's torn off, and then the rocket goes up, and then it just goes. Woo!
Jeez.
And, yeah.
Christ. He built it in his backyard, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a TV show that used to be on during the 80s. It was called Salvage One. And it was about a bloke who worked in a junkyard who built a spaceship. It was like a fictional show, of course. And every week they'd go up and grab space junk and bring it back down to his junkyard. I'm pretty sure it was called Salvage One.
Yeah. This guy was called Mad Mike Hughes, appropriately nickname. And yeah, this was in February. It was this year. Fucking hell, this year has literally been like 20 years long. Look, I'm not going to post for link, but the video is online if you do want to see it. You can't see anything; you just see a rocket go up and then it come down.
Yeah,
but it was a steam-built rocket. I mean, fucking hell.
Okay, it's a steam-built rocket, or did he have one of them little bottle things where you keep frantically pumping the air pressure into your Coca-Cola bottle?
I think it was a load of Coca-Cola bottles on the back, and what he did was he pulled a cord and it released Mentos into it. That's what it was.
Flipping hell. I've just posted the link to that series, by the way. Salvage One.
Oh, Salvage
1979.
One. Oh, wow.
That
Okay.
was.
Nice one. Andy Griffiths as well. Okay.
Indeed.
Hang about. I think Lee brought this to Space Doc Jury at one point.
Did he?
I think he did.
Did it score highly?
I don't remember. He did actually. He dug out the old score sheet. Let me see if I can find it on there.
Oh, did he find them?
He found a version of it. It's not like the proper version with all the stuff, but it at least has the basic data on there. But let's have a look. Let's see what the scores on the boards.
Pete, have you got them? I'm just putting this out here. Pete, answer me.
No,
Pete.
I don't know. Yes. Do you hear us, Peter?
Yes.
Move towards the light.
Let's all combine hands. Pete, do you have the scores? Hopefully he'll get that message at some point.
He says yes.
There you go.
Wow. I didn't think this would work. Okay, Pete, can you share them with us? What did it score? What did Salvage One score?
Okay.
Wait, he's had a lot of beer at this point. He probably won't remember.
I'm going to try and merge a call. Hang on a second. So this should merge something. There we go. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Hey! Let's get a party up in here.
Now, is it both of you?
Yeah. We're very drunk.
Yep.
We watched the shittest episode of Battlestar Galactica ever.
Is that the boxing episode by any chance?
How did you guess?
Because
Yes. I've had 5 pints. I'm going to get me sick. Hang on.
that did it for me as well. I'll tell you that now.
Well, it's a great opportunity now for you to jump back on board, Darren. You see,
the scars are still fresh, man. The scars are still fresh, and I saw it when it was originally aired as well. So I still haven't recovered. It's that one thing that stops me from going there. It's like, you mean to say I've got to watch 4 quiet episodes and then I've got to watch the boxing episode?
Yeah.
After they spaz out their entire effects budget for that season in the first 4, I think it was the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's quite exciting.
Well, those effects were pretty amazing, but yeah,
It was absolutely brilliant. The whole Galactica coming in through the atmosphere and stuff like that.
Well, they had to reel it back somehow, didn't they? So they went for like a dark studio and a boxing ring.
Yeah. In a quarry just outside Dartford.
So that's Doctor Who.
The catering services or craft services were done by the Chuckle Hut in Dartford.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So Pete, you still have the scores, do you?
I thought I did. I've just loaded it up, and it's just got how I actually sorted out the numbers. It hasn't got all the scores, annoyingly.
You've changed computer, haven't you, since then?
Yeah, probably.
Never mind. I have a version of the scores. I will stick them on the Great Derelicts Facebook page, and people can have them a look on there. But I remember what the ship was called. Was it Thunder Road?
It was something like that, wasn't it?
I might have found it here. Right. What did its final score was? It was a grand total of 19, and it was 4th from bottom. So there you go. It didn't do very well.
It did even crash. That's amazing.
Did you
didn't
bring it?
That's why. No.
No, Lee brought it.
Oh, that would be why it didn't crash. Yeah.
Yeah, see? The science checks out. It's sound, yeah.
Oh dear.
Basically, every ship that Peter brought either crashed or just looked fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Looked like it had crashed, yeah.
Yeah. Or ought to. Just because it's just so terrible you want to chuck it in the bin.
Didn't that start with the Transformers ship that they had?
Yeah. That was a particularly bad one. That was because, the Ark is famous for just crashing into Earth.
And it was all the fault of Jeff from Accounts, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, transforms into a photocopier, yeah.
Don't. Oh, I'm reminiscing about Space Doc Jury. I never thought I'd ever do that.
Yeah, no,
That's what 2020 has driven us to.
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the days. Yeah.
Oh, during the war.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Monday morning driving to work, listening to three guys with beards arguing. Oh, I miss them days so much.
I can start releasing the derelicts on Sundays if you want. I mean, there's less arguments these days, but I mean, I can still do it.
Yeah. Oh, we can always sort out an argument if you wish. If you feel left out.
You should do a whole Shonky Lab where it's a live thing and people just literally come on to argue.
Is this the right room for an argument?
Yes.
We could do an argument special, yes.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one, yeah.
What, where I just take the contrary position?
Yeah. So somebody comes on and they say in advance, like when they're connected via Skype or whatever, they say what they want to argue, what their viewpoint is.
Yeah.
And you just deliberately take the other view.
No, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
No?
You reckon?
Or get two people on who don't agree with each other and get them to have a row.
That sounds super. Absolutely sounds super.
Or just get Leon an episode. That works.
Yeah.
But make it deliberately so that it's cathartic rather than the sort of thing that breaks up friendships. Make it deliberately silly. So you could maybe say, I want two people to come on and argue, or someone to argue with me about, I don't know, yogurt. Just something that nobody is going to get offended about. And it's just going to be a catharsis and stupid.
Yeah. Well, I think that we have a good circle of friends where they wouldn't phone up and then say, right, okay, Elton, Nazis are good. Argue against that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll strike one then.
Are we the baddies?
Get out of my head.
I was going to say, talking about yogurt. The year is 5279. The yogurt wars continue. No one knows where they started.
Who knows when it will end?
The cult of McManus declares fealty for the yogurt.
But every 50 years, everyone sits down with a yogurt pot and slowly opens it. And as they do, they go, ah. Nobody knows where this started.
Yeah.
And the great spoons from above will come down.
Chocolate mousse.
The mystery of whatever happened to ski yogurts.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Mr. Man chocolate yogurt that didn't fucking taste of chocolate.
What did it taste of?
Mr. Uppity? I can't remember which one it was, but it was called chocolate yogurt and it bloody wasn't, and it lied.
It wasn't Mr. Fuck You, was it? No?
Mr. Bukaki.
Hey, we've got a full circle.
They was brown.
Are we back to Bukakor again?
We are.
Hey, He-Man.
Which is
Oh,
so
God.
much worse.
I've just thought of another. See, Bukakor could be the art of climbing walls and bouncing off stuff while,
Knocking one out.
Yeah. It's Bukakor.
Captain Kirk is climbing the mountain. Why is he climbing the mountain? To love the mountain.
He is, yes. This week on Sky Sports 7. The Bukakor Championships.
That's not chalk in their hands. Sorry. I actually feel ashamed for saying that. Sorry.
It's chewy, not chalky.
Oh, God.
Prepare the defibrillator.
How was your first foray into live TV working out for you?
It's very, very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same time next week, yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Jeez.
It's no worse than some episodes of Live and Kicking.
No. I just
All you need is a gunge cank and wait, we're back with Bukakis. But you know.
and well, Bukaki and Rohypnol, isn't it? Well, they're Live and Kicking.
Wow.
Oh, is that the time? I've got to go.
It's fine, it's all right.
I can hear the sirens in the background. I'm not kidding. Welcome to Welling.
Oh dear, you got a nice new set of bracelets on now. Oh dear.
But seriously, whilst we were recording our podcast, our son came down and said, "There's a police van in the car park." I was like, "Oh crap!"
They found me.
Oh, dear.
Wow, that was a turn, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting that at all. Jeez.
It's pretty average Friday night when you're podcasting, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, I'm very happy for this to be the norm. Gee, that'd be brilliant. I'd love this. I'm just not prepared for it. That's the only thing.
What gets me is he's all like, you've given him a map of the world,
Yep.
and you can be anywhere. And despite all this shit, he's gone, "Yeah, I'm staying in Welling."
Yeah.
Literally, it can't get any worse.
But it could get so much fucking better.
It could get worse.
And I
It could get
can't take that pin out because there'll be a little hole there now.
Yeah.
So I can't remove it now. You've said it, and there you are.
The little hole that is Welling.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, but now Peter rules it. Peter rules all of Welling. They must pay fealty to Peter.
He rules it with an iron fist.
No.
stop it.
You can't even trust the old people in Welling. You know that. I was walking down the high street there once, minding my own business. All right, okay. My head is somewhere else, and this sweet little old lady smiles at me and hands me a leaflet. Right, so I just took the leaflet, just an on automatic, and I'm walking down the road, and I've got the leaflet in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, and it's like, you know how sometimes you get a voice screaming at you at the back of the head to concentrate and focus, right? Because there's something you're not quite seeing, right?
Yeah.
It was then that the letters BNP suddenly came into focus, and it's like, I thought, why is my hand not burst into flames holding this leaflet?
Mhm.
You know? So yeah, you can't even trust the sweet old ladies down there because they're all kind of right-wing Nazi type people.
When they're not throwing their knickers at Rod Stewart likeness acts in the Avenida.
Have you seen it?
No, I
'Cause
have
I
been
did.
to the Avenida. It's to my shame, I have been.
Do you know, I took my mum there, right? Because she's a Rod Stewart fan. So it's like, hey, they've got a Rod Stewart tribute act on in the Avenida.
Is that
Right.
the Italian restaurant?
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
claims to be Italian. I'm not convinced it is.
but it's been there for like 3,000 years. It was there
Yeah.
before Welling was there. I
Yeah.
think Welling was built around Avenida,
Yeah, I think
You
so.
know?
Yes. Yes.
and it looks like it as well.
Yeah.
Because it's like walking through like a portal back into this like the 70s or something when you walk
Yeah.
in there. It's sort of like mahogany everything.
Whereabouts is it on the high street? Is it on the high street?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah,
Sort of station end of things.
yeah. It's
Near Papa
it's-
John's.
Yes, it is. Yes, a couple of doors
Yeah.
away.
And it's
Actually-
on the same side as Papa John's, quite a long
Yes.
Yeah.
restaurant, yes?
That's right,
That's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been in there a couple of times, and that's the one that plays that Paul Simon song on a loop. And
Is it?
It just plays Paul Simon.
Well, not
Wow.
when they're doing the Rod Stewart tribute act, though.
It's probably
Yeah.
still on in the background.
What listeners have to know is if they're intrigued by this and they're like, I quite fancy going to see a Rod Stewart tribute act. Just know this, right? Took my mum in there because it was like a birthday, and I thought, well, we'll do this as a bit of a treat. We're not going to see the real Rod this year. We'll get her into this. Be fantastic. She was like, oh yeah, this sounds great. Let's do it. Right? The fucker turned up at 1 a.m. Right? My mum is like ready to go to bed. Right, about an hour before this. So yeah, 1 a.m, Rod Stewart act turns up. I think we stayed for something like half an hour and then we had to go.
That's when it started.
That's when he turned up. I think it was like 1 o'clock or half, but it was midnight.
And
it's just
bear in
like,
mind, that's not even the
fuck.
real Rod Stewart.
No,
That
it isn't.
Fake
No.
Rod Stewart.
Exactly, fake Rod Stewart. I heard the real Rod Stewart's even worse though when he turns up at Avenada because he's a regular down in Welling High Street. You know, he was most upset when they closed the Burger King.
I went there for a friend's birthday, and it was a Barry Manilow tribute act.
The Barry Manilow tribute act.
Yeah, and
okay.
My friend was pissed out of her fucking tree. Okay.
Yeah.
And she
She
started
was attending a Barry Manilow tribute act. Okay.
And she started dancing on the tables, and she gestured for all of us to get up and join in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the management came over and tried to have a go at her, and she literally screamed at them, "It's my fucking birthday! Fuck off!" And the Barry Manilow tribute band gave her a round of applause.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. She came from Abbey Wood.
Did she? Oh, well, that's all right then. That's fine. that kind of explains that then.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Abbey Wood.
Just like, there was part of me that was just like, I am with you, sister. And part of me was like, yeah, but it's a Barry Manilow tribute act. And this is a shit place in Welling. Is it really worth it? Do you know what I mean? And I was just kind of torn between the two. And I wasn't drunk enough. That was
Abbey Wood, that's famous for having a bus terminus there, isn't it? That's the only thing it's famous for, yeah.
That's got a hill.
It's got a hill and it's got some shops, but it's most famous for having the Abbey Wood bus station there.
I'm not sure they've even got that anymore, I'm afraid.
I don't think they have. They moved it to Thamesmead.
Oh. Have they still got the post office collection thing down there?
Yeah, no, that's closed as well.
That is as well.
They've got a dentist. If you want a dentist, they've got one of them.
Oh, thank God for that.
Does it still have the nickname of Scabby Wood?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. I'm glad some things don't change.
When they finally built that.
Man. Abbey Wood, name to conjure with there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we're going on this little tour of local places. I can't put them on the map though. The map is too small. I'm afraid.
Yeah. Also, nobody's going to be like, yes, I want to be in the Avenida when the world is ending.
No.
Nobody's going to go, I want to be in the Avenida to see out the rest of 2020. I don't think you have to worry about that.
No.
No, there'll be people who want to go there. Yeah, I mean, you've seen the types. They go in there every week.
That's
they put on all their best clothes and they go in there, and it's like you look at the place and it's really you getting dressed up for this.
Mind you, that is better than the one that they've got. It's called something like Saray, and it's right down the other end of the high street, and it's always in the local paper for having a 0 hygiene rating.
0 hygiene.
Yeah, they have found cockroaches in it.
Do they put the sticker in the window as well?
Don't fucking care.
Is it so dirty in there that COVID-19 said, oh, fuck that?
Yeah.
Quite possibly. I mean, everything in there is brown. Maybe they use it to hide the shit.
Oh dear.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh.
I mean, I guess maybe the thinking is if you go in somewhere like that a lot and eat somewhere like that, you must have a fucking iron immune system. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're used to it.
Yeah.
Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah.
It's like conditioning. You know, they put athletes in sort of like if they're going to the Winter Olympics, they send them out into, somewhere cold to just get used to the temperatures or the heat. That sort of thing, This is it. This is where we send our armed forces.
The Rocky IV plot line.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
We need a good montage. That's what we need.
Yeah.
You do, yeah. Of Sylvester Stallone slowly growing a beard as he's working his way to the men's loo in that restaurant, lifting stuff, and it's got like the waiters following him in a black car.
Chasing chickens around on the floor.
Exactly,
Elton, have you got the map there?
I have the map.
You got
Yes.
the map in front of you. Oh, can you pull up the map a minute? That's all. Let's have a look at the
Okay.
map. So I've got a question for everyone here, right?
Here's the map.
Yeah.
Now you all know how remnants are kind of drifting and moving and everything, right? They all used to be kind of bunched up together and have like spaced out a little bit.
Hang on,
They, yeah?
I'm gonna have to
Right.
wave my hand over it, going ooh, like this. Ooh. There we go.
Yeah, exactly like that. So my question to all of you here is, what do you think the world will look like by the time they finally open Crosswell?
I think it will go full circle and join on the other side. You know, like you have to have Pangea. I think that's the name of the continent. I think it will be Pangea, but backwards. So what is Pangea backwards? Ear, Pange, Gank, or whatever. That's what it will be called. That's what it will be called.
Because that's how they name places, isn't it?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Whereas I see it, that climate change will mean that most places are an island unless they're a volcano. So actually, being in places that are volcanic is good. Because when the volcano erupts, it automatically creates new land.
There you go.
So
this is
you want to be with the volcano. So everything else
Lanzarote.
is under the sea.
Lanzarote. Once every 10,000 years, it creates a new island or something like this.
I am reliably informed that it is better down where it's wetter, under the sea.
Is it?
This is provided we've actually built cities under the sea rather than just all drowning in it. That's not overly good.
Well, apparently, according to Busted, if you go to the year 3000, not much has changed except we live underwater.
Love that.
So,
yes, please.
There you go.
That's
I mean,
true.
I'd say that was a pretty big fucking change, actually. You know?
Yeah, I would as well. So either we're living under the sea, which I love. It's like an inverse aquarium. I'm loving it. Or we're on volcanoes. And there's like fuck all else. There's like mostly water.
Yeah.
And there's volcanic islands, and we're all living under the sea, all dead and drowned.
We all get to be Bond villains because then we get our own volcano base.
Yes.
Oh, I better start saving up for all those orange boiler suits I've got to dish out to all me men.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll have purple ones.
Oh, well, there you go. Purple. You're right. You have your purple ones. I'll have orange.
We can tell them apart, you see.
I'm going to disappear for 2 minutes. Please carry on. I won't be a second.
Oh, the drivers let go of the steering wheel. Here we go.
The teachers left the room.
I can't drive. I can't judge speed and distance. And in my penultimate driving lesson, I drove into a bloke's front garden while I was mowing his front lawn.
Really?
The important thing, it was the penultimate one, not the last one.
Well, the last one basically involved the driving instructor looking very frightened while I went over 4 roundabouts in a row. And then he told me that maybe I needed more lessons.
Really? He said that to you? I wonder what gave him that impression.
Yeah. As it happens, I didn't know at the time, but I know now. I genuinely I don't have binocular vision.
You don't have binocular vision?
Yeah, as in most people see in 3D.
Yep.
I don't.
You see in 2D?
It's more like I know that there are 3 dimensions, but I cannot measure in 3 dimensions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know there are people who have this condition.
Right, so that's me.
That's you.
Basically, my eyes don't work together. So my brain is kind of randomly picking which eye's view it's taking at any given moment.
Wow. That's a Marty Feldman style.
Yeah, he's back.
Thing.
He's back. Look, play it cool.
Yeah.
I've got the earbuds in now. I couldn't hold that in any longer.
Elton.
I won't listen to what you
It's
said.
all right, we put the fire out. It's okay.
Don't look at the blackboard behind you where we've written a naughty word. No,
Okay.
It's fine.
Cool. Right. Well, we've been going on for quite some time now. 2 hours and 23 by my reckoning. Jeez, that was a long one. Wasn't expecting that at all.
That's nothing. I'm in the process of listening to a podcast at the moment that I'm not joking is 4 hours and 55 minutes long.
Wow.
Which episode of Black Dog is that?
One of the early ones.
Oh, is that the Street Fighter episode? Is that what that is? Lovely.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up here if you don't mind. Although it is lovely to talk to everyone, and I miss this. Really do miss this. Jeez, it's like a virtual pub, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, you'll have to do more live ones.
Yeah.
That's what, you know. We'll
Okay.
get on the join in.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'll let you know exactly when the next live one is. We'll do this again. We'll get all the cameras out and everything. We'll see what we can do.
Am I actually going to be? Do you mean so I've got to get dressed?
You don't have to get dressed. It's fine as long as it's above the nipple. Then you should be all right.
Nice.
It's okay, Reed. Naked Fridays are safe. We're fine. We're good. You wouldn't be making that noise if the camera was on. I'll tell you that now. Oh no. Bukako. No.
Darren.
If we do a Skype with cameras and I don't see your shoulders next time, then I'm going to be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to tease him though. You know, it's just kind of like a little off the shoulder ones.
Yeah.
And a little
Oh,
off the
yeah.
shoulder.
What are you
Can I
wearing?
get Peter to like wear his dog collar like lower down?
Won't he get like excommunicated, or is that the other? No, it's the other lot, isn't it? Yeah. Won't he if he does that?
Sacked, I should think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it mean
Only if he gets
things?
caught.
Well, I don't know. Have they got clips on the back of those things? Because he might get, if he's. No. Okay. Not that kind of call. Oh, okay.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. I think we should end it there. Does anyone have anything to plug for the listeners, either on YouTube or on the actual show itself on iTunes? Let's go around the table. Andy, you've been here the longest. Do you have anything to share with the world?
Before I just wanted to say Jack's posted in the chat because we still got a couple of people, good on you guys in the chat, who says that the Liberty Bell March, aka the Monty Python theme, was written in 1893, so it's in the public domain. So you can bring back your intro. They can't stop you using it. You're safe there.
Oh,
So bring back your Merlins. Bring back the Merlins. We missed the Merlins.
Okay.
And if you want to listen to me, and God only knows why you would, all my stuff's over at Road to Media with all of his stuff, except for The Great Derelict, which is at Road to Media. And I just released an episode all about everyone's favorite Nazi-esque fascist superhero hunter, martial law, which got a retweet from Pat Mills. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Excellent. Excellent.
Nice one. Darren, what do you have to plug?
Well, the Black Dog podcast, of course, which, I'm on with your good self.
Yep.
By
the way, nobody help him with where it's actually held.
I was going to say, for a bonus point, Darren, can you give us the web address?
No, I can't, because I'm rubbish.
Darren, can you give us the web address for the Black Dog podcast?
No, I can't.
Can you give us the web address for the Black Dog podcast?
Mate, I'm just a monkey. I'm not the organ grinder. Okay.
How many episodes have you done on that show?
Oh, well over 400. I can't remember.
Bloody hell!
It's like a fever dream. It really is.
And when did it start?
Oh, it started years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well over actually, it's over 10 years ago now.
Yep.
Over 10 years ago. Bloody hellfire.
Well, I can help you out. It is
please
over at theblackdogpodcast.com.
Oh, there we go.
It's pretty easy.
No, it was difficult to remember. It really is. It's it's complicated.
There's a mnemonic you can use to remember it. It's very easy, okay? Because you're on the Black Dog podcast. So mnemonic is you just remember the Black Dog podcast and then add .com at the end of it.
Oh,
it's
all right
simple,
then.
very simple. Yeah.
So I'm going to write this shit down. I really am. I keep forgetting to do this every time I come on here. It's like,
eyelids.
Oh man, they're going to ask me about this, aren't they? Yeah, honestly, I could feel an icy spike go through my heart when you said, "So, where can we find everybody?
Yep.
What have you got to plug?" It's like, oh, fuck, just feign a Skype out, quick.
So, Darren, that address again was?
It's the Black Dog Podcast.com. Thanks for writing that down, love. Yeah, so blackdogpodcast.com. I'm actually going to paint it on the wall in front of me where I normally sit. So it'll be burnt into my brain.
He's going to do it in blood.
I think he is, yeah. I think he's just going to spell it out in staples on my forehead. He'll put it backwards, so every time I look in the mirror, it will say, blackdogpodcast.com.
Red Ram.
Indeed.
Nice one. Nice one. And Anne-Marie and Peter, where can people find you? Because you have a couple floating around, don't you?
Yes, we have a Star Trek podcast on broadcast.libsyn.com.
Where he's being mad and he's taking hostages and making them watch Star Trek 5.
I'm not. People are really enjoying it, aren't they, Elton?
Yes.
I mean, really enjoying it seems a stretch. Tolerating might be better.
I sounded like Mr. Tumble then. Yes.
And we also have a Battlestar Galactica podcast, which we finished earlier this evening, bizarrely. And that's at broadcastgalactica.libsyn.com.
Nice one. Thank you very much, guys, for helping me out. I was drowning very slowly at the very beginning of this one. And hopefully everyone's
bringing the chaos.
Yeah, I'm a bit drunk, but we watched the shit.
Really?
Yeah, nobody noticed. It's okay.
I'd also like to say thank you to the chat room as well. You've helped out immensely. It's been fun. We will have the board again. I will keep the board there so we can always dive back in on that. We'll keep the pins in, and then we will forget why the pins are in there and just make up reasons why they are in there, and then join more pins in there at a later date and confuse everyone. So we will do that and continue to do that for the rest of the year. We will do some more live episodes. When you want to find out about them and when they are planned, then please pop along to the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/Shonky Lab. As Andy has already said, all the stuff that you can hear me on is at road2media.com and the blackdogpodcast.com, which Darren has now written down in pen on the back of his hand, so he won't forget next time.
Yep.
So that is it. Thank you to everyone who's helped out on this. We'll get some more OBS and other stuff working next time out. So until then, please leave quietly. This is a residential area.
Don't shit in anybody's garden.
Or piss on a fox.
Okay, right. I'm going to stop the feed. Hang on. End the stream. Hang on. Oh no, don't crash. Don't crash. There we go. End.